Hey there,
Hi!
we're wheeling it.
We're Wheelingit, and today we're going to do another campground review. This time we're going to talk about Flamingo Campground, which is in the Everglades.
Everglades National Park.
Right, and now the Florida Everglades is a huge national park. If you've seen the southern tip of Florida, it looks like a big green area, and it's basically 1.5 million acres of wetland, and a teeny portion of that is the Florida Everglades National Park.
Yeah, I think it's the third largest national park in the continental U.S. Top 5 anyway.
And there's lots to do and see here. I mean, there's lots of wildlife. It's the only place in the world you can see alligators and crocodiles
together
in the same
living
place.
as one.
Yeah, you can see manatees. You can see over 360 bird species. And if you see us swatting, you'll also see
mosquitoes.
Mosquitos. If you come down here, be prepared for mosquitoes. Usually they're not bad. In winter this year, they are very bad.
Yeah, the ranger said it was the worst in 15 years that he's seen in winter.
Yeah, so bring protection if you're going to come for yourself, for your pets, for everything. Yeah, and you can bring your RV here.
Now it's for RV camping in the southern end of the national park here. There's 2 campgrounds. There's the Long Pine Key Campground, which is a couple miles from the entrance, and then there's Flamingo Campground, which is where we're at. That's 38 miles further.
It's
38
way down
miles
there
from the entrance, so it's quite a long ways. But there's a great campground here. You can fit any size RV here. Right down the street where we're here, we're on Florida Bay, right by the Flamingo Visitor Center. What else about the campground?
So for those that worry about it, there is zero Verizon signal. We are way down here. There's no over-the-air TV channels. There's no T-Mobile, but there's surprisingly good AT&T signals. So if you have AT&T, you will be connected.
Yeah, and with a booster, it's even better. We're getting blazing fast AT&T.
And also, this is a national park. You will need a national parks pass to get in. You can buy an annual pass. And also, because it's a national park, if you have dogs, you will not be able to bring them on the trails here. There is one trail that you can bring them on, which is between, mosquito, which is between the main campground and the visitor center. It's a very nice trail, and there's actually plenty of space around the campground, but any of the other trails within the park, you will not be able to bring pooch, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
All right, let's go,
let's go
have
take
a
a
look. Okay, we're standing by the entrance to the camping loops. There are 3 loops here. Sorry about the mosquitoes. And this is where you check in. The way it works here at this particular campground, only a portion of the sites are reservable, and they're not site specific. So you just reserve a site, and then you come in and they assign you a site when you arrive. There's 2 types of sites. There's electric and there's non-electric. Actually, let's have a look at the campground loop. So here you go.
Get out of the shadow. There we go.
We're standing right here. Down here, these are the walk-in tent campsites, and they're actually by the bay. They get quite a bit of wind, which is good for the mosquitoes. Yes. And up here, these are the trailer and RV sites. This loop here is the T loop. It is the trailer loop, the RV loop, and this is the only loop where big rigs are able to go. Anything larger than 24 feet has to go in, or anything motorhomes larger than 35, trailers larger than 24, motorhomes larger than 35 have to go in this section. And I would say the first, 10 rows or so, these are the electric sites. They are all reservable online. The rest of these sites up here are dry camping. So these are electric only, these are dry camping. And then on this side is where anything smaller than 35 foot if you're a motorhome, or 24 feet if you're a trailer, can go in this section, A and B loops. And these are all dry camping sites as well. So that's kind of the layout. The electric sites here, they cost $30 a night. The dry camping sites, all the dry camping sites cost $20 a night. And there is a dump station as well, which we'll go have a look at. And I think that really kind of covers the campground map. Take a quick drive through the A and B loops. This is the A loop right here. You can see a little bit what these sites look out like. It's actually safer to do this inside the car than outside of the car because of the mosquitoes. So here you can see it's mostly for smaller motorhomes, smaller trailers. There are a few larger sites in the further loop, but basically this is just for smaller motorhomes and trailers. We're just about to drive into the trailer loop here, going along the bottom of the loop. You can see all the RVs over there. This particular portion of the loop is the electric portion, so it is well occupied right now because it is a hot day. And we'll get a closer look at the sites, but they're pretty much all identical. They are huge. Any size RV can fit. They're all pull-throughs. It's really, really easy to camp here.
Here we're at the dump station. It's just in one of the loops, in one of the T loops, right here in front of the bathroom. Dump station and water. Easy in, easy out. I mean, really easy. All right, here we are at site T37. This is our site. You can see it's really big, really long. I estimate maybe 75 feet. We drove in here hooked up. We have no problem getting in here. All the sites are pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is every site has a picnic table, but some have fire pits, some don't, like ours. Some have a grill, so there's some variation. But other than that, and it's electric only, no water, no sewer. There's a dump station and clean water for that. And it's 50 amps at all the sites, so it's really nice.
And I'll just pan around here so you can see huge separation. I mean, the sites are really nicely separated. And right in front of us here, these are the first come, first serve non-electric sites. So these are not reservable, the ones in front of us. And actually, there's plenty of empty sites. These are the facilities. They are quite nice. A bit dated. Zero hot water, none. So we did a very cold shower in there. They do have large showers, but very cold. And we'll pan around here for the rest of the sites. Overall, a really nicely separated campground.
All right, that concludes the campground review.
We're standing at the Flamingo Visitor Center. It's this beautiful kind of pink building behind us. There's an osprey nest here. We've seen a couple of crocodiles. We've seen a manatee.
A lot of wildlife here. Really beautiful.
A lot of wildlife. Hopefully you enjoyed the review, and we'll see you down the road.